Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK Journey video. So we got the hero trailer for Daimon. Daimon is going to be the next raid up recruitment, by the way, if you didn't already know. We're going to get right into it.
Stitchy will protect us.
Range of 3 for a tank. Okay, so AFK stages and arena, I think that was probably predicted. I didn't think he would be good for Dream Realm, especially as a tank, but let's take a look. Stitchy cannot be targeted or attacked. But he died. Okay, so passively, Stitchy is going to be a summon along with Daimon, who cannot be targeted or attacked, but it will disappear when Daimon dies. So as long as Daimon is alive, Stitchy's alive, dealing damage. Very cool, I like that. Ultimate. Slash. Okay, dealing damage based on their maximum health, but it would be capped at his attack, some multiplier. Daimon and his two weakest allies, let's take a look at that. Each gain a shield. Daimon and his two weakest allies each gain a shield to a portion of the damage dealt. Look at the shielding on his allies especially. So not only is he going to be a pretty decent cleave damage dealer, but he is also going to be shielding with the damage dealt from his active cast of his ultimate. And Stitchy's going to be alongside him for the whole battle. Yeah, I feel like this is going to be a summoner related season. We already saw Zany with their turrets as well. Two different units added onto the field. It drains, HP drain, converts into shield. Okay, so this one, Daimon drains a portion of an enemy's health and converts it into a shield for himself. Periodically, Stitchy performs a powered normal attack on his target and adjacent enemies, dealing true damage equal to a portion of each enemy's maximum health. Again, the damage dealt is then converted into a shield for Daimon, lasting for a set duration. So he has some true damage, he has some max HP, scaling damage multipliers, but all of them are going to be probably capped on his own attack. So the thing is, this damage is not going to be enough for like endless Dream Realm bosses. It isn't going to be enough for even high deficit AFK stages where you need HP per second damage, like from Smokey, for example, which he doesn't have. He has some true damage, he has a tanking capabilities, but as of right now, I'm not seeing anything making him unique or setting him apart. So you'll have to keep seeing. Buddy barrier. Okay, he forms a bond with the ally placed behind him. You can see some little green orbs circling around Sylvina. I believe that is it. Whenever Daimon gains a shield, the bonded ally receives a portion of that shield for the same duration. He just mainly seems like a really big shielder. That seems to be his role. While shielded by Daimon, the bonded ally gains extra life drain and attack. Okay, attack buff is interesting, because not only are you shielding, you're also providing an offensive buff, which I think for PvP that can definitely be good. If bonded ally is defeated, Daimon will immediately bond with the weakest ally who is left on the field. I actually like this skill quite a lot. Much more shielding for that specific ally. There you go, you see some bonus shielding from Daimon, and also an attack buff onto that hero. But the question will be, how big will the attack buff be? Freer, he has a Frighten. Okay, so whenever Daimon takes damage exceeding a certain percentage of his maximum health, Stitchy returns to him and lets out a terrifying roar, frightening nearby enemies. And this will be triggered a lot because he's going to be tanking the damage. He's a tank, he's going to be up front. Stitchy is not targetable, so it's only Daimon taking the damage. And when a percent of his maximum health is going to be dealt in damage, Stitchy will unleash a terrifying roar, frightening enemies, which can be good for PvP. For a Dream Realm, obviously no use. And for AFK stages, I don't know. I'm not convinced that he's good enough for AFK stages. We have a lot of better utility heroes. The enemy who dealt the most damage to Daimon will also be frightened. Okay, interesting. Now we have the spotlight. I love the ultimate cast. That cleave is so cool. It's a really good animation as well. And then it provides shielding to him and his allies. Gains shielding by draining enemies' health and dealing damage. forms of Bomb with Ally Fist. I like the attack buff most interestingly, as well as the shield, like basically sharing. Whenever Daimon takes a certain amount of damage, Stitchy returns him and lets out a terrifying roar, frightening nearby enemies, as well as the enemy who has dealt the most damage to Daimon. Okay. Team Synergy, Shamira, Callan, Hugo. Okay, a fully shielding comp, yeah. Because, like, shielders are getting pretty strong right now. And, like, how will you penetrate this? You have Daimon for shielding, you have Callan to take that initial damage. You have Hugin for casting his shielding. Shields are the heart of Daimon's combat style. He can create strong shields for himself. And for the shields that are granted to him, he shares some of that with the ally bonded to him, like the Shamir here, right? And apply control effects to enemies, and like the Frighten, and grant shields to allies, significantly enhancing the team's survivability. Daimon's powerful shields also help Shamir starter damage burst much faster. Wait, what? How does it? It doesn't boost their energy recovery, right? It increases their attack and life drain. I don't understand how this would cause Shamira to deal damage faster when paired with other shield generating heroes like Callan and Hugin. Daimon can further strengthen the team's defense. Yeah, I definitely can see this in PvP, but that's basically it. I don't see it really in AFK stages, honestly, and definitely not in Dream Realm, as far as we've seen the content so far. Boom. It didn't cleave as many enemies as I thought it was going to cleave. Oh, and then you have Callan's, like, AoE stun. You have Daimon's AoE, like, almost AoE Frighten. A lot of crowd control here. Yeah, I mean, I like him as a hero, but honestly, he's looking purely PvP.
Will you stay with me forever? With me? You stay with me forever?
Will you stay with me forever? June 5th. Okay, so he is going to be the next raid up recruitment banner. And the question is he worth recruiting or not? Now, based on the skill information we've seen so far, I do think he's interesting and I like him. I like him as a hero. I love his summon, like Stitchy's design. I really like him as a hero. However, honestly speaking, if we're being brutally honest, the only game mode where I see him actually being useful is Arena. For AFK stages, yeah, maybe for an early game player who doesn't have many options, but once you have like Iron Almas comms, the other Smoky, Odie comms with Fresto, you will not need Daimon. Daimon is not really going to be adding anything compared to the teams you already have for AFK stages. Now, the other important thing now we've seen in this season is Legend Trials becomes a major priority because you get almost or even more EXP from clearing Legend Trials compared to AFK stages. So like that really changes the dynamic of things, and heroes which are good in Legend Trials are actually going to be a priority now. I'm pretty confident Daimon is going to be good for Legend Trials because that shielding is going to help keep your team alive. Yeah, I do think he's going to be good for Legend Trials, but like for that, it's a PvE game mode. All you would need him is Supreme Plus. You wouldn't need him Paragon. And for Arena, I think he's interesting as a tank, but I'm not seeing anything that's making him game breaking in Arena, for example, like not like a must pull for Arena or anything like that. Just an interesting hero that you could slot into teams, maybe run something pretty effectively. But overall, I still prefer Thorin as the Graveborn tank. I like him the most of all Graveborn tanks we've been offered, even more than Callan, and I do believe more than Daimon because I love the Soul Pact, I love his multiple lives, and I think that makes him the best Graveborn tank. But overall, I think he is not a must-have, and so you could save your resources for future heroes, and that's probably what I'm going to do. But I will probably upgrade him for Legend Trials to Supreme Plus because I think he will be good there. But anyway, guys, let me know your opinions in the comment section down below. What do you think about Daimon? Will you plan to recruit for him? Is he what you expected, or were you expecting for something a bit more, a bit stronger? Let me know in the comment section. But thank you guys for watching. If you're not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please smash that subscribe button. Also, feel free to join my AFK Journey Discord server. There's a link to that in the description of this video. And finally, if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Firelight store. There's a link to that in the description of this video and a pinned comment. This is the best way you can support me at no extra cost to you. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video. And until then, everyone, peace out for now.